Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the eerie and mysterious world of cursed objects. From ancient artifacts to modern-day relics, these items are said to bring misfortune to anyone who possesses them. Over the years, we've heard all sorts of stories about these objects, whispers of strange occurrences and unexplained phenomena. Are they just tall tales, passed down through generations and embellished along the way? Or is there something more to these objects? We're going to take a deep dive into the history of 10 allegedly cursed objects, examining the evidence, the stories, and the legends that surround them. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. Let's get started. 8. Alright, let's kick things off with a classic, the Hope Diamond. This thing is basically the Beyoncé of cursed objects. Famous, beautiful, and with a reputation for drama that precedes it. The curse is said to have originated in India, where the diamond was stolen from a temple. Legend has it that anyone who possesses the Hope Diamond will be struck by misfortune, ranging from financial ruin to violent death. There's the story of Jean-Baptiste Tavernier, the merchant who brought the diamond to Europe. Legend has it he was mauled by wild dogs after selling the diamond. Then there's Princess de Lamballe, who was brutally murdered during the French Revolution. And let's not forget about Evelyn Walsh McLean, an American socialite who owned the diamond in the early 20th century. Her son died in a car crash, her daughter died of an overdose, and her husband left her for another woman. But here's the thing about curses. They're often based on stories that have been passed down and exaggerated over time. Still, the Hope Diamond has a certain allure, doesn't it? It's a reminder that even the most beautiful things can have a dark side. 10. Let's journey back in time to ancient Egypt, a land of pyramids, pharaohs, and of course curses. Specifically, the Curse of Tutankhamun, also known as King Tut, the boy king who ruled Egypt for a hot minute before kicking the bucket at the ripe old age of 19. Now, Tut's tomb was discovered in 1922 by Howard Carter, and it was a huge deal. But along with the riches came a whole lot of spooky stories. See, legend has it that anyone who disturbed Tut's tomb would face the wrath of the pharaoh. One of the most famous alleged victims was Lord Carnarvon, the financial backer of the expedition. He died from an infected mosquito bite shortly after the tomb's opening. There was also George J. Gould, an American financier who visited the tomb and died a few months later. And let's not forget about Richard Bethel, who helped to catalog the tomb's contents and died under mysterious circumstances. Now, skeptics will tell you that these deaths were simply a matter of coincidence, but still, the Curse of Tutankhamun persists. A chilling reminder that some things are best left undisturbed. 10. Alright folks, let's talk about a different kind of cursed object. A mass-produced painting that, according to legend, has a tendency to spontaneously combust. I'm talking about the Crying Boy, a painting, or rather, a whole bunch of paintings, that were super popular in the UK in the 1950s. Starting in the 1970s, there were a bunch of reports of house fires where the only thing left standing was, you guessed it, the Crying Boy painting. Newspapers ate this story up, printing headlines about the cursed painting and fueling a nationwide panic. People were so scared of these paintings that they were throwing them out, burning them, which, let's be honest, seems a little counterintuitive, and even holding public bonfires to get rid of them. So, what's the deal with the Crying Boy? Is it cursed? Well, there are a few theories. Some people think the artist used flammable paint, which, okay, that's a possibility. Others believe that the painting somehow attracts negative energy, which then manifests as fire. The truth is, we may never know for sure, but one thing's for certain. The Crying Boy is a reminder that sometimes, art can imitate life in the most unexpected and unsettling ways. Okay, let's talk about something truly unsettling. A wine cabinet that's allegedly possessed by a malevolent spirit. It's called the Buk Box, and it's the stuff of nightmares. Now, a Dybbuk, in Jewish folklore, is basically a restless, malicious spirit that can possess the living. The story goes that the box was owned by a Holocaust survivor who used it to trap a Dybbuk during a seance. The box eventually ended up in the hands of Kevin Manis, an antique dealer who claimed that the box brought nothing but bad luck. We're talking nightmares, strange smells, and even physical ailments. Manis eventually decided to sell the box on eBay, and that's when things really took off. The box's story went viral, attracting the attention of paranormal enthusiasts and skeptics alike. The Dybbuk box is now on display at the Zach Bagans Haunted Museum in Las Vegas, where it continues to fascinate and terrify visitors. Is it truly possessed by a malevolent spirit, or is it just a creepy old box with a good story? I guess that's up to you to decide. But personally, I'm not taking any chances. I'll stick to my non-possessed furniture, thank you very much. 10. Hold on to your hats, folks. We're delving into the legend of the Busby stoop chair, a cursed piece of furniture. This chair, in a pub in Thirsk, North Yorkshire, is haunted by Thomas Busby. In the 1700s, Busby, a notorious drunkard and gambler, strangled his father-in-law over the chair. Busby was hanged, but his spirit attached to the chair. Legend says anyone who sits in it suffers a terrible fate. The chair is now bolted to the wall to prevent misfortune. Is it truly cursed or just superstition? You decide. If you're ever in Thirsk, I'd recommend finding another place to sit, just to be safe. Get ready for some Southern Gothic horror, folks, because we're heading to St. Francisville, Louisiana, home of the Myrtles Plantation, one of the most haunted places in America. And at the heart of this spooky plantation lies a mirror with a dark and twisted past. Legend has it that the mirror is haunted by the spirits of Sarah Woodruff and her 2 daughters, who were poisoned to death by a vengeful slave named Chloe. Over the years, there have been countless reports of strange and unsettling occurrences surrounding the mirror. But be warned, many visitors have reported feeling uneasy or even physically ill after spending time in the mirror's presence. Be prepared for a chilling encounter with the unknown. Buckle up, folks, because we're about to delve into the controversial history of the Koh-i-Noor diamond, a 105.6 carat diamond that's been the subject of intrigue, greed, and bloodshed for centuries. This diamond, whose name means Mountain of Light in Persian, has a past as dazzling as its brilliance, but it's also a story marred by violence and colonialism. The British acquired the Koh-i-Noor during the annexation of the Punjab in 1849. The diamond was presented to Queen Victoria in 1850 and has been part of the British crown jewels ever since. Many believe the Koh-i-Noor was stolen from India and should be returned. Some say the diamond is cursed due to the violence and bloodshed surrounding it. Get ready for a tale of love, betrayal, and a very unfortunate vase, folks. We're talking about the Bassano vase, a 15th century silver vase that's said to be cursed with a deadly secret. The story goes that the vase was a wedding gift to a young bride in the village of Bassano, Italy, sometime in the 15th century. However, on her wedding night, the bride was found dead, clutching the vase in her hands. The vase was then passed down through the bride's family, but tragedy seemed to follow it wherever it went. One by one, family members who possessed the vase met untimely ends, often dying under mysterious circumstances. As the body count grew, so too did the legend of the Bassano vase. People began to whisper that the vase was cursed, that the spirit of the murdered bride was seeking revenge on anyone who dared to possess it. The vase became a feared object, locked away in attics and basements, its deadly legacy casting a shadow over the family for generations. Now some say the Bassano vase eventually disappeared, its whereabouts unknown. Others believe it's still out there, hidden away in some dusty collection, waiting to claim its next victim. Whether the vase is truly cursed or just an object of misfortune, its story serves as a chilling reminder that some things are best left undisturbed. 8. In 1991, in the Ötztal Alps, 2 hikers discovered a frozen body. This was Ötzi the Iceman, a 5,300-year-old mummy perfectly preserved. It was an archaeological find of unprecedented significance, but with it came whispers of a curse. Unfortunate events seem to befall those connected to Ötzi. Skeptics call it coincidence, but others see a chilling reminder. The story of Ötzi is full of mystery, history, and a touch of the macabre. Prepare to be amazed, folks, because we're heading to China to explore the mystery surrounding the Terracotta Army, a collection of over 8,000 life-size terracotta figures that have stood guard over the tomb of Emperor Qin Shi Huang for over 2,000 years. This army, discovered in 1974 by farmers digging a well, is one of the most impressive archaeological finds of all time, a testament to the power and artistry of ancient China. But along with the awe and wonder comes a whisper of something darker, the curse of the Terracotta Army. Legend has it that these silent sentinels are sworn to protect their emperor in the afterlife, and that disturbing their slumber will bring misfortune upon those who dare. Some workers have claimed to have seen the figures move, their eyes glowing in the darkness. Others have reported feeling a presence near them, a cold spot or a sudden chill, as if being watched by unseen eyes. There are even stories of workers dying under mysterious circumstances, struck down by sudden illnesses or freak accidents. Some whisper that these deaths are the work of the Terracotta Army, punishing those who have disturbed their eternal vigil. Now, skeptics will tell you that these stories are just that. Stories fueled by imagination and a healthy dose of superstition. The figures, they argue, are inanimate objects, incapable of movement or malevolence. But for others, the curse of the Terracotta Army is a chilling reminder that some things are best left undisturbed. The ancient Chinese believed in the power of spirits and the importance of respecting the dead. Whether you believe in curses or not, there's no denying that the Terracotta Army is a place of mystery and wonder. These silent warriors, frozen in time, continue to captivate our imaginations and remind us of the enduring power of the past. Well folks, there you have it. 10 of the most allegedly cursed objects in history. From diamonds to paintings to ancient armies, we've covered a lot of ground today. But the question remains, are these objects truly cursed, imbued with some supernatural power that brings misfortune to those who possess them? Or are they just objects, imbued with nothing more than the stories we tell about them? Personally, I'm keeping an open mind. I've seen enough weird stuff in my day to know that the world is a stranger place than we often give it credit for, but I also know that the human mind is a powerful thing, capable of conjuring up all sorts of explanations for the unexplainable. Ultimately, I think the answer lies somewhere in between. Maybe these objects are cursed, maybe they're not. But one thing's for sure, they make for one heck of a good story. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more intriguing content. Let us know in the comments which cursed object you found the most fascinating. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe. 10.